Hey YouTube, welcome to episode 39. So yes, we made it to Roma. As you can see, we got our winter gear. We're rocking our beanies. What else did we pick up? We picked up a spare sleeping bag.
Yep,
Gloves, which have been amazing. Some thermals. And that's it.
I think that was it.
Yeah. The weather has been really cold. It's a real frosty morning. We're just drying off the tent this morning after a big frost. So we haven't actually filmed since Roma. We're 3 days out now.
Yeah.
We were just riding along highway
and it was rainy the whole time.
Yeah.
So
we've just been wet constantly for 3 days. It's been uncomfortable. It's been pretty cold. We're only just drying off our stuff now and getting all of the grit off our bikes. So today is going to be an absolute perler. I think we're looking at about 20 degrees, sunshine all day.
Blue skies.
We can feel the warmth of the sun. It's amazing. So we were riding towards Toowoomba. We were going to do 4 days towards Toowoomba and then start heading south. We got 3 days in and Libby had the great idea to just cut south off the main roads, not worry about going into Toowoomba, and just get out to some small country roads, which...
Yeah, it's been even this yesterday afternoon was so much better. We just can relax and actually enjoy the scenery rather than just constantly focusing on the cars.
We were just getting rattled, especially in the rain, all the beef trucks coming through and just spraying us with cattle gunk.
I don't want to know.
It was pretty foul. So yeah, we're pretty relaxed. We're just going to be making our way through small towns over the next few days, heading in towards Warwick, and then once we get to Warwick, we're jumping straight down south.
Yes.
Plans are pretty open at the moment. Our dream route was to go through Woolamai and Blue Mountains National Park, but Blue Mountains has just gone into a 2-week lockdown, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep things open, keep things flexible, try and plan our route as best we can, and just steer clear of all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on the plus side, we went to Kmart yesterday and I got new shoes and socks.
Yeah, Liv's got nice warm feet now. I'm still rocking the thongs and sandals, which is not a great look, but is essential at the moment. Yeah, my toes are sort of constantly frozen at the moment, so we got to get on top of that soon. So yeah, beautiful day's ride. I think we only got 80 k's today because we did a big one yesterday.
Yeah, we had to sleep in and everything.
Yeah, so we're just going to cruise in the sunshine, soak up the serenity, and enjoy it. I hope you do too. Okay, so it's been another couple of days since we just filmed our riding and our last chat, and a lot has changed.
So much.
So we made our way through those backcountry roads towards the border of New South Wales. As we started getting about a day's ride away, all of these COVID cases started popping up, not only in Sydney, around Greater Sydney, but in Darwin Airport, Perth, Brisbane Airport, Melbourne Airport. They just started popping up everywhere. So New South Wales, the whole state went into an orange zone, and then Greater Sydney, a red zone, which restricts travel back to Victoria. And New South Wales is threatening to go into a full lockdown, which would be pretty detrimental to our trip. Greater Brisbane have also gone into some restrictions, and we were right on the edge of that region as well. So we kind of got stuck for a minute there. We didn't know which way to go, what to do, and the decision was made after a lot of deliberation. We considered a few things. We considered you know, do we just risk it? Do we go through New South Wales and just hope for the best? Which we could have done, but it would have been very stressful on our minds, and if we had got locked down for an indefinite period of time, it would have been trip over, and we would have really struggled with that, I think.
Yeah.
After being mobile for so long and not knowing when we were going to be able to get back home. Other thoughts were maybe flying to a different state, maybe Tasmania, maybe back to Northern Territory, maybe back to Melbourne, but they were all getting cases in their airports as well, and it was just such a risky thing to do. So what we have ended up doing, as you can see now, is we're in the car.
Yes.
And we are booting our way back to Victoria. It's a real shame. We've been really flat about it the last couple of days because it just takes out this amazing 2-week stretch of trip that just would have been incredible, like riding through New South Wales. It would have been really, really nice. We couldn't have gone through Blue Mountains and Woolamai National Park like we wanted, but it still could have been incredible. And now we've got to remove that from our trip, and that's 2 big chunks of our trip that we've now taken out with extra travel. So it's hard, but we're making our way to Wodonga in Victoria. We still get to do Wodonga back home, and we actually get a little bit more time now to explore around Bright, Myrtleford, Mount Hotham, Mount Bogong, and really check out those areas and see what that's all about on the bikes, which is really, really exciting. And we've processed it, we've felt sad about it for a while, and now we're actually feeling really excited because these cases are popping up. The country's going into a bit of a panic, and we were in a small pocket of green area that we can shoot straight into Victoria without quarantining, as long as we're only passing through New South Wales within 24 hours. So yesterday we rode into Toowoomba. We did 100 k's up these really steep hills, huge headwind. We worked really hard to get there, and then we drove for 6.5 hours until 10 o'clock last night, 10:30. Then we're up again at 4:30 this morning to drive. So we're going to get there at about 2 o'clock today. We're going to just chill for a day, regroup, make some new plans, and then hit the road and try and get the most out of the last couple of weeks of our trip.
Yeah. Disappointing that we had to skip New South Wales, but also 100% the right decision.
Had to be done.
Yeah. And in the scheme of things, we're so lucky. So
yeah, we're in a one of the only little pockets of green zone that was allowed to travel back to Victoria, and that was our only route really, and Victoria is the safe place to be at the moment. So we're actually quite excited. Bright's going to be incredible. They get up into the snow-capped mountains and ride around the high country. That's going to be some really amazing riding. So we can always come back and do that Sydney to Melbourne trip another time through Mount Kosciuszko and Blue Mountains. So we might have to make another side series after this one's done. So that's the plan. We'll check back in Wodonga, get our plans out, and then we'll jump back on the bikes and get riding into some beautiful country. We made it, we got through, not a worry. We're in Wodonga, we've just driven for 14 hours. We're pretty spent, we didn't get much sleep last night, we've been pretty stressed, so we're gonna set up, go to sleep, wake up, get back on the bikes tomorrow, get away from the border a little bit, and then we're gonna treat ourselves tomorrow in Myrtleford for 2 days. Got a nice cabin we just booked. It's going to be raining, so we're going to get out of that, get all of our stuff cleaned, and just relax.
Yeah.
And then get back on the bikes in a good mind frame. Pretty amped to have made it without any hiccups along the way. There were so many things that could have gone wrong, and things were evolving as we drove, but man. Bedtime. It's so cold this morning. Real fresh. Just started our ride. It's an absolute beautiful morning, and we feel like we've come home. It feels like Victoria. It's strange that a border can do that. but it's just really stunning out here. So I think it was probably below freezing this morning.
Oh, so cold.
We got out, it's taken us a while to warm up, but now we're out of Wodonga, we're in the hills, and we're pretty emotional, to be honest.
Yeah, I've been crying all morning. It's just so nice to be home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we're out here, we're back on the bikes. The roads are quiet. Everything's just frosty and pretty and mountainous. And yeah, we're really going to enjoy this last week or two on the road, I think. Just meander through back roads, take our time. Deep breath, we can relax. We just love Victoria so much. We've had the best ride. We've done the equivalent of Lavers Hill, altitude climbing, and if you see, I think that's probably episode 6, we were wrecked after that. We felt so good this time. So we did the climb, and then we got to beautiful Beechworth, which has got an incredible bakery.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
We went nuts. We got 3 pies, 3 donuts. It was the best. Then we had an amazing descent down from Beechworth down towards Myrtleford. Really, really cool descent. All the baby lambs were out. Everything's so green. The gums are lush.
And now we've just stumbled across a rail trail that takes us all the way into Myrtleford, and then we're able to ride it out to Wangaratta in our next steps.
Yeah, just off the road. A sealed path.
No mud.
Through the bushes. Well, through the bush, I should say. It's just such a good day. We've had a tailwind. Everything's just coming together. We feel very rewarded after a pretty tough few days of riding and just the psychological sort of battle of everything that's changed. So
yeah. Love you, Victoria.
Yes, Victoria is the best.
That's ridiculous.
Made it to Myrtleford along the rail trail. It was very nice, very picturesque. Myrtleford's a beautiful town. We've been here before quite a few times on the way through to Mount Bogong for hiking, but it's nice to come in on the bikes and see it from a different perspective. We've actually decided to treat ourselves. We're having a 0 day here because we can relax now we're away from the border. 0 day here, 2 nights, and we actually splashed out and booked a cabin for 2 nights. So we've just turned the heating on. We're getting really excited. We've got a stove. Yeah, we've got a table.
Yes.
We've got clean floorboards.
Actual towels.
Towels. We've got towels. We've got a bed, a hot shower, and a washing machine. And
a TV.
A TV, which we won't use. So yeah, let's have a quick look around at our luxury. A couch. It's dry and warm. We've got A nice little bathroom. Hot shower. Oh my. So much toilet paper. We haven't had that for a while. And look at our lovely little bedroom. We're literally 142 meters from town. We're going to go into the bike shop tomorrow and have a chat, get a couple of things looked at. We're going to go get some coffees. There's a nice Vietnamese looking place. We're still blown away by how easy today's ride was.
Yeah.
I think it was 70 Ks, but the same amount of climbing, like we said, as Lavers Hill.
Yeah.
And that day we only did 70 Ks as well. It just felt so easy. So either we were super unfit at the start of the trip, or we're quite fit now. It's probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, both.
So that's us for the day. Gonna jump in the shower and dry off. It's been raining on and off all day. And then just lie down and celebrate getting here.
Yeah.
We've moved through the grief of not being able to ride through New South Wales, and we're just very thankful that we're here and we're safe and we're warm, and we've been able to get back without having to go into quarantine or lockdown. So, and the thought of being home in a week or two from now is also quite tempting.
Yeah, I love that.
It's going to be really nice. So yeah, we'll leave you with that.